What's up, everyone? Coach Megan here, and on this episode of the Powerhouse Podcast, we're about to get a little hot topic-y, okay? Hot topic-y. This might offend some people, and I'm not apologizing for it because I'm on your team and I'm here to help you, okay? We've got curly, crazy hair today, and we're feeling spicy. The topic of today's podcast is God is not going to fundraise for you. Today, I want to talk about the silly things that we, as competitors and as leaders, as people, as young adults, as insert thing here, that are diametrically opposed to the goals that we are fighting for. I cannot tell you how many times I have had conversations with people that are lying to themselves. And I love you, okay? If this is scratching at your heart today, it's probably because you need to hear it. It's because I love you, okay? This is my Mama Megan coming out, but I'm not apologizing because I know how to help you and I know how to win, okay? I know what it takes to win. I know what it takes to get you to win. And it makes me sad how every day I talk with people, whether it's on Instagram or my team or on strategy calls, whatever, and people will not give themselves permission to win. Maybe I should call this give yourself permission to win. Yeah, maybe let's name it that. Because here's the deal. We've talked about the last couple weeks that certainty comes from action. Certainty comes from action. Confidence comes from certainty. Certainty comes from action. I think it's living in a microwave society. I think it's living on Instagram and TikTok, seeing people blow up overnight. I don't know what it is in people that think that they can go around problems that they need to work through to be able to succeed. But the thing is you guys, if your wishbone's bigger than your backbone, you're never going to be successful. And the really sad part is that it's not that it's impossible to be successful. You actually have all the potential inside of you. But how many of y'all know that if you walk around with a dead phone and you don't plug it in, it doesn't matter if the greatest technology in the world is inside of that phone. If you don't freaking plug your phone in and turn it on to take the action to work the phone, you can yell at the phone, you can get mad at the phone, you can cry about the phone. You can tell your friends about the phone. You could carry that phone around for 7 years. And it doesn't matter. The answer was right in front of you the entire time. Turn the freaking phone on. And you didn't turn the phone on. And so many of you guys in your pageant journey, and so many of you guys in your leadership journey, refuse to do the thing that is right in front of you to become a match and take the action that you need to do. Because why? You have an emotion about it? Here's the thing. Successful people make decisions from their convictions. Unsuccessful people make decisions from their emotions. I'm going to say that again. You want to look at a successful person, billionaires, millionaires, people that win pageants, people that get the presidency of your sorority, the people that get more dates than you, that make more money than you. That might piss you off. But guess what? They make decisions from their convictions, not their emotions. Do you think that I ever feel like spending thousands of dollars on Facebook ads every month? No, I avoided it for 7 years out of fear. And I was like, I'm the organic queen. I'm just going to DM people on Instagram. I'm just going to, my business will grow. Yeah, it grew. And then it was stagnant for 5 years. And I made the exact same kind of revenue and added expenses because I was growing my team but not growing my revenue. And it sucked. And I hated my business. I almost shut Powerhouse down. And I thought, oh, well, this business just doesn't work and blah, 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 blah. And I'll just go back to doing one-on-ones. No, I didn't work. I was not willing to grow and get uncomfortable for a long time. Guess what? I spent 15 grand overnight when I didn't have the money to hire my mentor, Brandon. Okay? Y'all have probably seen it on Instagram, hanging out with he and his wife. They're awesome. We were just in Florida last week with them. And it was uncomfortable. And I had to put on a credit card. And I didn't have the money. But I knew that Brandon had the results that I wanted. Massive results. He was doing $250K cash collected a month. Cash collected, which means like $400K gross contracted revenue. That probably went over 99% of your heads, but that's okay. Point was, he was where I wanted to be. And he had like 2 employees, okay? But guess what? We look behind the curtain. On the outside, it was start an IG funnel, run some ads, okay? That was scary to me, but I took the action. And then I hired the mentor. My husband hired the mentor as well. So we spent $30K as a family I think we maybe got a 5K discount. 25K as a family during Christmas season, during chemo, okay? During hoping we were pregnant for a baby. I'll never forget. It was 2 days before I found out I was pregnant. We hired Brandon. So this is why I speak to you guys on strategy calls with conviction that our program is amazing. It works. I don't know if you worked, but your excuses don't move me very much. Because if I can grow my business in the middle of my husband going through chemotherapy, being diagnosed with cancer, trying to get pregnant during the most stressful time of our life, not having enough money to pay for a coach that I knew that I needed, employees to pay for, their lives at stake, Christmas season, Christmas presents, it's freaking cold outside in Nebraska, and you can't put down a small deposit for your future, you'd rather compete and spend thousands and thousands of dollars and years of your life over and over and over, bullying yourself instead of taking the action that you need to take with the conviction that you're going to be that next version of you by taking that action. And I'm not yelling at anybody. It makes me sad. It makes me cry because I love people so much and I want to see them reach their potential. And when people self-sabotage like that because of fear, or because maybe no one in their family has ever achieved greatness at the level that they are trying to, there's no way to circumvent the hard work on the way to the top, you guys. But the beautiful thing is there's room at the top for all of us. There's room at the top for all of us. Now, you might go into your pageant thinking you're going to win in Miss America, and you end up winning in USA, or you end up winning in NAM, or you end up winning in a career, you get a promotion. There are so many different ways to win, and so often people come in laser focused, which is good, but that can also have blind spots, and that can also be quite small-minded, if I'm being honest. Some of you guys need to get out more and see the world a little bit and interact with people that play at a higher level, especially if you came from, which I did too, by the way, came from a family that didn't make the money that you want to make, didn't achieve at the level, didn't take risks. Everything was about safety. Everything was about security. Everything was about hoarding. Everything was about conserving resources, which I get, right? But y'all need to stop taking advice from people who don't have the results that you're looking for. In the same way that I would not hire a fitness coach that's 400 pounds. I don't care how much you scream body positivity in my face. I'm not hiring you. I'm not paying you money. And I don't want the fruit that you walk in. I don't. If you can't walk up and down 5 flights of stairs, I'm not training you to be my fitness coach so that I can have 6-pack abs after I have a baby. Doesn't mean I don't like you. You're a wonderful person. You have a calling on your life. You're amazing. You give in this society all these things. You probably make a ton of people happy on Instagram if that's your message. That's great. You make people feel like they belong, they're loved. All those things are important. But I'm not hiring you as my fitness coach, okay? But when we do find the right person, like we did with Brandon, shout out to him, and we took action instantly because we were like a ravenous wolf. My husband and I obviously were going through one of the hardest seasons, the hardest season of our life on the outside, in the natural, right? Thousands of dollars. 1 week of chemotherapy cost $100,000 before insurance, you guys. $100,000 a week. Landon had 6 rounds of chemotherapy. Okay. So the thing is, life is hard. You have to choose your hard. And it's so much easier to make the right decisions for yourself when you're convicted about your message, when you're convicted about the direction that you're going, and when you're convicted about the end goal. Okay. Never for a second did Landon and I ever think Landon would not be healed, because we didn't even allow ourselves. We were on mission. We were ravenously obsessed with healing. We consumed 5 to 6 hours of healing content on YouTube every single day. We shut out the world for about 45 days when we first started walking through this, and my team covered me. They're so amazing, right? Y'all never knew what I was walking through, and you didn't need to, okay? Because I'm not a victim. No matter what happens to me, I'm not a victim. I have made a decision to live from my convictions, even if I don't know 50% of the road beneath me. Right? We'd never walked out a healing journey like this before. We definitely didn't expect at 31 years old to be going through this. And then growing a business while growing a baby and in chemotherapy every 16 days for a 5-day stay at the hospital. Picking up and dropping off things for my husband as my husband is gone and I'm staying in the house alone. Growing a child, running a business while my husband's at the hospital. So choose your freaking hard, okay? But if you want to be great, I know I'm being sassy, but I'm done. I'm so done with this like feminine energy in the coaching world of, oh, it's going to be okay. It'll be your time one day. You'll find the crown in your head one day. No, you won't. If you don't change and you don't do the things that the people that win do, you're lying to yourself. And honestly, your coaches are lying to you. Your family's lying to you. They may not know that they're lying to you, and you may not realize that you're lying to yourself. But leaders act from their convictions, and they step into reality and they say, this is broken. My mindset's broken. My eating habits, broken. My walk sucks. My fashion, I have no idea what I'm doing. My interview, terrible. Mediocre. Yeah, pretty good. But if you can't step into reality, and here's the thing, leaders with the mindset of a champion, which is what we teach people how to do, you're able to be objective and laugh at yourself. And I can say, oh, I know I'm terrible at this. That's hilarious. I'm going to hire the right people to help me work on it. Like today, Coach Kendra and I, my director of operations, my second brain, had an amazing call because we were growing so rapidly. Once you fix sales, now your next bottleneck is client success, right? I am convicted about having the best customer success in the world. And I know that we have some areas for improvement because we're growing, right? So I hired Brandon for another year, my husband and I did. And that comes with someone that ran an 8-figure business that was doing $1 million a month in a coaching industry. And guess what? Knock, knock, knock. Kendra and I were the first person after my husband. Literally, we had back-to-back calls today. We were the second person. Immediately, the second that the CS director got hired, I said, I need a one-on-one with you. I have questions because here are the 7 things I want to make better, right? And I'm not like, oh no, I'm so broken because I have these things I can work on. No, we still had like a bajillion people win their pageants this year. Okay, so like we're crushing it, but I want to be the best. I am personally convicted about my coaching program being the best in the whole world and having people get the best results, not just in pageants, but in life, in their minds, in their relationships. I'm so convicted about that my actions back it up. And part of why some of you guys are so freaking unhappy and you keep going around the mountain again and again and again and again and again, and you keep manifesting the exact same results is because you're not changing what you're doing. You can have ideas about things all day. You can la and say you're going to do something. I don't really care until you show me your actions. And guess what? People will not respect you until your actions line up with your words. You will actually be quite exhausting to people because they will be so sick and tired of hearing your BS, of you saying you're going to do one thing and then you do another. It's not cute and it's not leadership. Okay? So am I perfect at this? Absolutely not. I have a list running all the time of things that I need to work on and things that I can improve. But again, because I'm whole as a person, and I'm not fighting against, do I trust myself? Do I like myself? No, we fix that. Like, hey, 2 realities can be existing at the same time. I can have things to work on and I can be okay, right? But I'm going to take action from that place of where do I want to be, right? Hiring the mentor for another year, scheduling the call, reaching out to the client success director, Ro, and being like, yo, Ro, how quickly can Kendra and I get on your calendar? I have 87 questions, right? And in 50 minutes, we fixed our entire company, right? Which wasn't necessarily broken, but we want to make it better. And we got massive clarity of something that Kendra and I had been brainstorming for a few weeks. Boom. And we leveraged someone else that had already had 1,000 coaching clients at a time, doing $1 million a month, right? Do you think a person who built the systems for 1,000 coaching clients per month knows a little bit more than I do? Yeah, they do. So I want their wisdom. And that's going to come at a cost. Because the thing is, successful people have more money than time. Unsuccessful people are building towards that. So they have more time than money, right? So you have to pay with your money to get successful people's time. That's the way it works. Okay? You go anywhere, you do anything, that's what it is. But that is the medium of exchange. And that is why I try and be as gracious as humanly possible. And after the conversation today, we're going to give away even more, you guys. It's wild because we're taking a bunch of stuff out of our course and we're just going to make it free that we charged thousands of dollars for before. Because I am so convicted about being the best coaching in the industry, 100%. So I give every single week to you guys because my job is to get you to a place where you can get yourself to the finish line. but that literally is never going to happen. And if anyone else is telling you it's going to happen, it's not. They're lying to you, even if they don't know that they are. You have to take actions in alignment with the next version of you, the 2.0 version of you, the version of you that is winning the pageant, the version of you that doesn't have that fear, the version of you that does know how to communicate, walk, talk in that way that you want to. If you couldn't fail, if you already were that version of you, what would you do? How would you invest in yourself? I don't even care if it's with me. But what would you be doing and what would you stop doing? Who would you stop hanging out with? Would you be in the gym every day? Yeah, you would. Would you be watching Netflix for 7 hours a day and eating bonbons? No. Would you be staying up till 3 a.m? No. Can you? Absolutely. Is it what winners do? No, it's not. Winners are disciplined as heck, okay? They're disciplined as heck. And what's so cool about that is don't do it for anyone else. Do it for you. You know how nice it is to wake up and be able to trust yourself and be able to know that when I set my mind out to do something, I just go do it. I don't think about it. The most unhappy people that I've ever met in my life are people that think about themselves and think about their own problems 24/7 because they don't do anything. And it creates more mental health problems. Like, I don't have time to think about myself that much because I am working. I'm at the gym. I'm running errands. I'm working on my purpose. I have my purpose in front of my eyes 24/7, literally. Like I carry this notebook around my house and I will rewrite my vision. Okay, I want blah, blah, blah cash collected this month. And I want to give this much to my church. And I want to have this many we have 4 date nights left till baby comes with Landon. And I want to do this. And I'm going to make Landon this for dinner. And then this is my self-care day. And I'm going to go do this. And I'm going to plan this. And I'm going to budget this. I don't freaking have time to sit there and wallow about my problems and oh, I don't have this and I'm not at this. No, I'm moving. Go. I heard this at this conference this weekend. It was so cool. 2/3 of the word God is go. 2/3 of the word Satan is sat. Sat. Satan wants you to sit. Sit in your mess, sit in your thoughts, sit in your pity, sit in your self-righteousness, sit in your whatever. God's like, get the frick up and go. I'm tired of this crap. God's like, I've given you gifts that you are not using. I've given you a calling that you are not pursuing at its highest. Because your life is not about you. My life is not about me. My life is about how many souls can I impact for the kingdom? How many women can I help go from death to life? Feeling worthless, feeling hopeless, feeling like it's not, success isn't meant for them. Telling my story over and over and over, thousands of times, doing whatever it takes to set people free. Whatever it takes. And I don't care what it takes. I'm willing to pay the cost because I'm so convicted about my mission that I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in my 20s to be on that mission. And I didn't have to. I could have gotten a corporate job 10 times over, getting paid 3 times way more than I pay myself, working in sales, because I'm freaking good at sales, because I love people and psychology. And that's what sales is, right? And I love connecting people with a product that is a solution or a service that's a solution for their problems. And that's what sales is, right? But I've chosen to do this because this is where God has put me on assignment. So I ask you today, and I ask you to ask yourself today, where are you supposed to be on assignment? Because part of why you're unhappy is because you're not on it. And you didn't do the last thing God told you to do. And you're sitting there living in fear with your cup empty, thinking about your problems 24/7, when God's like, get up and go. Go. Go, 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 go. And trust that you will figure it out along the way. That's what mentors are for. That's what coaches are for. That's what God is for. Okay? This life is not your own. It is playing so small to live a life in a comfort zone where you can control everything and where you know everything. Tomorrow is not promised, you guys. Tomorrow's not promised. So we might as well take action every single day from that place of conviction, from the hope of tomorrow, from the goals and the dreams and the person that you want to become and the people that you want to be able to impact, even if you don't feel qualified to impact them right now. Okay? That is literally how I've built, and my husband's built, and all my friends have built, all the people that I respect, all my mentors. My mentor, Brandon, was addicted to alcohol. His parents were not saved. His mom was addicted to drugs. And actually last weekend we got to baptize his mom in a pool, which was like so cool. We did 3 or 4 or 5 baptisms in the backyard in a pool at this business mastermind, right? At our last mastermind, the Powerhouse Mastermind, we had 13 women come up and give their lives to the Lord. 13. That is fruit that remains. Those are the things that I care about. And then we also have a crap ton of people win pageants, right? But if I never took the action that I took, if my mentor Brandon never invested in his first mentor, right? The first mentor may not lead to, and probably won't lead to, 15 years from now, the ultimate dream, but it is a requirement for you to eventually get there, right? Brandon ended up working for this woman named Brooke, who ended up developing in like the shipping department, literally putting together boxes. Anyone heard of Brooke Castillo? Probably have. Why? Because she's the #1 life coaching podcast and company in the world. It's Brandon's friend's mom. And he helped her develop. He was there when she started the podcast. He was there through so many things as she grew to a multi-8-figure business, which is minimum 10 million a year, just to let you know. And got to watch that. Why? Because he took the first step to say, yeah, I'll help out in the shipping department. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll take this risk. Yeah, I'll do this, right? And then along the way, God weaved in what he was supposed to do with his calling, worked for a couple other coaches, and then picked up these skills and then invested in this mentor and which eventually led him to doing his own thing. And now being able to provide for his family, his wife, and his super cute little son, and beyond his wildest dreams in a way that his parents, he had never experienced growing up, right? But he had to take those kinds of actions that were massively outside of his comfort zone. I can tell you about my husband's story, tell you about my top 5 friends' stories. Even Coach Kendra's story has a similar story. Every single leader that I know, every single successful person that I know had to take action from something that felt totally scary, okay? So this is not a sales pitch, at all. I cannot emphasize that. If you never join the academy, I will still sleep at night. I promise you. I'm about to have a cute little baby girl in a few weeks, and she's going to take all my time and attention, and I am here for it, right? That is my priority. I will not apologize for my faith and my family being the most important thing to me. Work comes after that, right? Even though I love my clients and they're well taken care of because I got tons of boss lady coaches on my team that rock, right? And that's what systems are for. But I will also never apologize for challenging you because A, this is my show, not yours. And B, because I know that this is what's going to help speed up everything for you in life. And here's the thing. It's uncomfortable to be stuck. It sucks to feel like life's not going to change. But the thing is, life doesn't change until you do. The power is 100% in your hands. It's 100% in your control. No one's coming to save you. Jesus already died on the cross for everything that you need that pertains to life and godliness. He's not going to do it again. He's not. He sent the Holy Spirit. Jesus is chilling up in heaven. Holy Spirit's in you to say, greater works will you do. Jesus said, it's better that I go away so I can come, and better things can I have happen through you and your purpose and your call and your destiny. So what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to live in fear the rest of your life and control everything and just do what you know how to do, what you can see with your own 2 eyes right now? Or are you going to choose to be a builder? You're going to choose to get up. You're going to choose to do something different and get different results and believe that God could do something through your life by growing and learning and doing things that are hard. It says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and staff comfort and guide me, and will never lead me astray. It doesn't say, yea, though I walk around the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. How do we get over fear? We face it head on. We go through. We fill our hearts with faith. Perfect love casts out fear. Faith works by love, okay? There's no circumventing the process. And I know you'd love to convince yourself that we can go around the mountain, but you got to go through it. But the beautiful thing is when you're surrounded by the right people and the right community, they're like a battery pack and they're like a map rather than just slinging through a forest, freaking jungle with trees and crap all over in front of your face 24/7. It's like, hi, here's a machete. And here's a map. And here's the ocean over here. Go this way. Don't go this way, right? You have 2 options. Stay the same. Make your life different. Okay? But I love you enough to tell you the truth, because only the truth sets you free. Not my truth, this truth, that truth. No, the truth. The truth is what sets you free. And if you polish a turd, it's still a turd, okay? So even if you call it something different, that ish is still going to stink, okay? So you can call something the truth, but if it ain't the truth, it ain't going to set you free. I don't care how many times you yell at it and call it the truth. I don't care if you paint it 17 colors and called it the truth. I don't really care. If it is not the truth, it will not work. So make a decision. Make a decision. You can have the life that you want. You can be the person that you want to be. You can have anything that you want, but you have to do what it takes to get there. I believe in you. I'm not asking you to do anything that I haven't done. I know this is the pathway to success, and I want you to be with us in the winner's circle and at the top. All right, y'all. If you haven't gotten our free course yet, click the link below, powerhousepageantry.com/free course. Go ahead and grab that. We're adding new stuff all the time, and we'll see you guys next week.